everybody, this is O-Artistry here. Welcome back to the channel. Now, where we last left off, we completed the High Rift over in Feanor, successfully completing the elf rogue kind of quests that the first DLC had to offer, and now we're going to move on to the mystery world here, to the second half of this video. So without further ado, let's dive in. Okay, so we're at Starthurt Landing, and this is a really interesting place because you have different types of people here. They're not, you know, like the elves. We have Wild Howl. Health and joy to you, I am Wild Howl. Awoo! You're here to defend the Starstones, aren't you? We've allowed few outsiders to join us in our games, but I admire the courage. Bitterroot Battlefield was abandoned by Furfolk long ago. For now, however, it is home to one of our rare Starstones. To get there, you must go through the blue portal. Good luck. And should you succeed, we will howl your name at the stars during our closing ceremonies. Awoo! So yes, we now have a new race, the Furfolk, who also sell these amazing, like, mounts that you can get. You can get, like, a chicken, you can get, like, a glowing deer. It's, like, amazing. Dragons. This is, like a black skeleton dog instead of like the white bones that you can normally get. A unicorn, which is really cool. Oh, we're blocked there. And then you can also get a panther as well, which is like amazing. And you can get tigers and stuff as well. It's just amazing stuff that you can buy, as well as other housing items, which is really cool. But yeah, without further ado, let's go into Bitterroot Battlefield. Okay, so this is kind of like a balloons tower defense kind of interesting game, where basically this is the Starstone, and if we had the nuts and bolts that you can see on the right side of the screen, you could basically put down things like traps. However, at the moment, since we don't have any, we can't place any. Also, one other thing to note is there are chests around this area with more bolts, and you can get bonus points for how many chests that you find and all that. You know, and there's other bonuses that you get at the end, and each one has a wave. So if I press and hold them, there we go. So there's 5 waves, and all these guys, they're aiming for the tower, so we've got to stop them basically. Now, because we're so high level, we are going to breeze through this pretty quickly, as you can see. So by the time the next wave comes, it's probably going to be like almost like a minute. But yeah, I hope you guys actually, while we're here, had a good weekend, you know, and staying safe. Mine was quite the busy one. And plus, my brother normally streams during the weekends. That's Ricio Gaming. So check him out. You know, he's got great stuff on his channel that he does. He mostly streams on Twitch, but he does have a YouTube channel. Meanwhile, I've more of the days of the week. At least for now. And that's the first defense, and as you can see, it's a flawless defense. Now, we've got 22 coins, so what we can do is go over here to like these forges, and we can basically buy some traps. So you can either get icy traps or flame traps. So icy traps slows them down, but this fiery traps deals fire damage. I personally prefer using fire ones. I think they're much better than what they usually use. Now, I'm going to be naughty here. I'm going to show a secret. This is where the boss will spawn. So what you can do is you can grab the trap there. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to move Oops. I'm going to move that there. There we go. So basically, put the trap down there. So when the boss spawns, that's where he's going to go. Now, basically, it can be randomized which of these out of underneath the house or by the side of the house where they're going to spawn. Sometimes in the house you can also find a chest, so since we have time, I'll have a quick look. Yes, so as you can see there's a chest here, so we can open it up and it gives you more scrap and defense coins. So defense coins is what you use to buy things like the mounts. You can't use regular gold. There's also capes that you can buy as well, which can give you a higher percentage of defense coins, which can always be really handy. So just going to take these guys out. So as you can see from the skull, that shows how many mobs will spawn during each wave. So as we wait for the next, here they come. So we'll take out these. Now, interestingly enough, another thing to note, I'm not sure if this works for each one, but see the little ones, like the little mobs, if they get to the Starstone, then it's totally fine. It doesn't take any damage. However, the big ones, they do. So that's how it can be. So you can still get a flawless defense, even if a different wave appears. So it looks like it's going to be back there. This is quite a useful place to get mounts. As you can see, the mob spawner is slowly reacting, like the boss one. So I'm going to buy 2 traps. There we go. And I'll place these down. Like so. And then we'll head on back. Oh, another chest. So we've got 18 defense coins, so that's good. Means we've almost got enough money for another one soon. Sometimes they could be up in the tower over there, but you might need a mount to jump across. Sometimes they can be hidden in the trees. They can kind of just spawn around anywhere, really. The chests, I think, are a little randomized. Some of them, I think, are in guaranteed spots, but others not so much. Like, for example, the one in the house isn't there, I don't believe, all the time, but I could be wrong there. Yeah, so as long as we take out this big one, then that'll be a perfect defend. The only other thing that can really damage the Starstone is if the boss gets over there. But that's what the flame traps are for. It's to kind of like... you could use the ice ones to slow it down. I prefer using the fire ones to damage it and then finish it off when we get to the end. And you'll recognize the boss as well when we get to him. But for now, well, technically here, but I'll have to double check that. But yeah, so this will be the last wave, like mob spawn, and then we'll move on to the next one. So here they come. So it's just some slime, some spiders. Not a problem, took them out. And then that's moved. So this will be now the other side, so where we were in the first round. And as you can see, there's slightly reacting a little more as we're edging ever closer to the 5th wave. So we got 50, which means we can only buy another 2 traps. So I'll set these up. So I'm going to place one here. It's really awkward because of that gap there. You can't really place one. So I'm going to just pop it there. I'm actually going to start the wave, because why not? You know, because it's going to take them a couple seconds to spawn. There they go. And while they're running across, if you actually, while we're here, if you saw like those on the ground, they're kind of like grenades. They what you do is you can throw them and they'll deal damage to the enemy. So yeah, here comes some more. So these big guys, they'll ignore you as well. That's another thing to note. They don't attack you. They just proceed to walk. That's pretty much all they do. Meanwhile, every other mob, even in these blossom ones, they will attack you. And the main goal is basically take out the big guys. You don't need to worry about, because as you can see, I'm like, hello, right in front of his face, and he's just not even attacking me. It's just his minions. So you don't have to worry about the big guys taking you out. You also get a lot more XP here compared to the other world. So let's take out the big moss shell, take out these little ones, there we go. Oop, one's still around, so let's quickly take him out. Just keeping an eye out. Nope, that's another flawless defense. So we only got 38 this time, and prepare for wave 5. So as you can see now, there is a spawner over here now. So this is where the obviously the boss is going to spawn. So I'm going to get one last trap. It's a shame we've got 18, because if we could find another chest, I might try and do that actually. Sometimes you can find one underneath bridges. Sometimes it could just literally be out in the open. So you just got to keep an eye out. Sometimes it'll spawn in like one of these. It can spawn in the water. Not sure if it can spawn up here, but we'll have a quick look. No, doesn't do that. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, so that's one of the chests, but we've already opened it. Here's another one. Yeah, so as you can see, they can actually blend quite well. So we got 14 seconds, but that's fine. We got plenty of time. So now we got 28. Because we know which spawn they're going to spawn at, which is the top of the house. So I'm just going to quickly drop these, and then we'll be ready to take on the boss then. So I'm just going to place one there, there we go. So as you can see, they're just all slowly making their way across. These guys, the path they'll take would be from the house all the way this way. Meanwhile, the boss will come from this direction. But no need to worry. The reason I also let these guys get so far ahead is obviously the boss is going to spawn and start moving towards the star defense. So if we were all the way across the other side, you know, it takes some time to then get from, especially without a mount, it takes some time to get from there over to here. So I do like to make enemies come to me instead. Because, you know, this is the path that they have to take, so they got to get through me first. And since I'm a higher level, I can easily take them out. So it's not a problem. So let's just take out the big one. Here we go. And it's good to get as many defense coins as possible. That's always a good thing. So as you can see, It's the slime, I think it's the slime king, but it could be the slime queen. I cannot remember. I think it's queen. And as you can see, all of those fire traps, so it's done 15 damage per one. So by the time we get there... Oh, Prince of the Slimes. Okay. And we're taking them out. Now sometimes... Ah, yes. So they drop the deer mount. So sometimes bosses do drop mounts. So there we go. We got a deer mount that we now have. So this will show all of our results. So because we had perfect waves and we survived each one and no deaths, we get bonus 50. Any scrap left over also gets converted into regular gold. So this is really handy. And then if I go to the main menu, as you can see now we have 386 defense coins. So we can go to certain characters like... Excuse me, the cat over there. Woo! Each successful defense of a starstone further cements your worthiness in the eyes of our deity Kitsu. Say, did you know that you can buy recipes for the new traps to forge inside the battlefields? Talk to me when you're ready. I'll explain everything. So there we go. Before you can defend the Starstones at Fallen Town Square, you'll need to see Andrew and purchase a recipe for the poison closed trap. Before you ask, no, I don't get a commission. It's a Furfolk tradition. Wonderful. Find Andrew. He's here in Stoutheart Landing. You'll need a poison cloud trap. Careful, don't drop it. So Andrew's just by here. He's this guy. I think he's a developer. I'm not entirely sure. Over 400,000 Portal Knights have viewed my content. Traps. Anyhow, that's a lot. And as you can see, you can buy recipes for the traps. And there's loads of them. You can get scrolls to learn the like the grenades, there's worm pit traps, charge blasts, invulnerabilities, stun spheres, illusions. You can even buy Andrew's beanie, but for the whole purpose of this mission, it's to buy the recipe, which I will read. So there we go. Andrew tells me you've made a nice choice. We'll travel fast around the landing, even though you're just next to each other. Alright. You made quite the name for yourself at Bitterroot Battlefield. I warn you, Fallen Town Square is not so forgiving. But where the challenge is greater, so is the reward. Ooh. Fallen Town Square is where our forefathers once dwelt. So it is there that the bravest among us defend the Starstones, there to prove our might. Go through the yellow portal with the stout heart friend. And these guys also were the ones to show the druid class, meaning that you could buy things and craft like the bear kind of summons. You can be a spider, all that type of great stuff. If you've never played the druid character before, forgive me for not shaking hands. I just licked mine clean. So you can buy things like this, like ring, which gives you extra defense. You can buy a cape as well, which is really handy. And then he also sells other, like, even stronger, like, ones. So you could imagine this is like the bronze kind of section. This would be more gold, and this would then be this would be more silver, and this would be more gold. So for example, you need to be level 23 in order to use this cape, which gives you a 17 chance to get some more defense coins. So this is like a great way of like saving up. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this cape. Didn't realize he was that close. So then we can equip the cape. And then if we wanted, we can unequip the Cape of Catharsis one, so then we can just have this one, which I think is what I'm going to do. So this doesn't unfortunately give any defense, but it does give some 7 mana regeneration and a 7% chance to extract some defense coins, which can always be very handy. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to attempt the second one. I think we have time for that. And let's move in to Fallen Town Square. Speaking of, I hope you guys didn't mind the last episode was an hour long. My voice afterwards, oh my goodness, it was ruined. I needed a weekend just to rest it, but yeah, you know, obviously I hope you guys didn't mind that it was an hour long episode, but I am hoping not to do as many, because even though it, you know, even though this one, the last episode, it took an hour, it was probably 2 to 3 hours of actually, you know, editing, publishing, you know, the video, and then uploading it then onto YouTube. So it took almost twice, maybe even 3 times the length. So I'm planning not to do an episode for as long. So we're almost at the end of the series as well. We're on episode 20. That's something that I should have said at the beginning of the video. That yeah, we're on episode 20 of this playlist. I can't believe that we've done 20 episodes of this Let's Play. It's been an absolute pleasure to do. You know, this game. I just love it so much. You know, and you know, being on this journey with you guys, it's just been absolutely amazing, and I'm just so thankful. And hope you guys enjoy continuing, you know, this journey. I do have plans for games after this one is done. I'm also kind of waiting for the Steam sale, just to, you know, pick up a few extra games ready for the channel. But I won't say what those are just yet. Although I have hinted to one in an episode. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that there, so I can put that there. There we go. And I'm going to move that here, because this is kind of useless now. So having a mount is really handy, because it just means that we roam places faster. I'm going to get some poison cloud traps. Start using those. But yes, we can now move to areas. We can have a slightly higher jump. Having mounts in space is amazing. Now, normally this is where the boss spawns. Interesting thing to note. When it comes to these kind of traps and things, you can't place them on the ground. You know, unless it has this type of, like, brick. So that's just one thing to really note. So I'm going to place my first one here. And as you can see, it's kind of like a bubble. And the boss should come down this way. So that way, then, it'll deal lots of damage by the time he comes down to here. Yeah, let's do wave 2. So, things that we're facing... Whoops, not using my weapon. That'd be a good start. They're level 14 here, so they'll be a tiny bit more challenging, but also not really. I mean, they're a bit more tricky, per se, but I wouldn't say they're as difficult. So let's just take out... So these are like the big, like, turtle dudes we took out before. It's like, instead, this time, it's the... like bone dogs this time. Let's take out the mage. Yeah, while I'm facing these guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed the series so far. You know, please like, share, subscribe for more content. As we're kicking bad guy butt. As you can see, this guy's getting a little bit of healing thanks to this fallen healer. right there. So that can also be a bit of a pain. You know, some mobs will have different abilities. For example, you could have some that are like healers, so it just makes, you know, the raiders a bit more tanky, for example. The dragons are a bit of a pain because they might be hard to reach. As you can see, I'm trying to hit them. There we go. So you can just, you know, it can like hit your timing a little bit if you were trying to speed run these. So I'm going to get another 2 poison cloud traps. Just because you've placed traps, you know, it's totally fine. Did I see that then? I thought I saw in the house this glowed. I don't think that's where the boss spawns. I'd be really surprised. It's normally down here. So I'm going to place another one right here. And then I'm going to place one right here. Technically, you could take out this. Actually, I think that's what I might do. I'm going to recollect this. I'm going to place it. I'm going to be sneaky. I'm going to place it there. So that's what they've got to come up against when they come here. So we've got 27 odd seconds. So I'm just going to use my stag here. This is where the next spawn is going to be. I've not really looked for chests. Sometimes you can find ones here and in other places in the actual tower itself, like over there. But I thought this time I'd just focus, you know, on getting the coins. Because they give, you know, thanks to our cape, we get slightly more defense coins, you know, and the bolts and things, so... As you can see, this one is a little harder to take out. It's a little bit more tanky. Be nice with these. There we go. Because they do take a little bit of time just to take out. And other waves will spawn while you're facing one, you know, just because you know... That's because in the last one they were so underleveled I could take them out really quickly. So these ones will spawn much faster just because they take a little while to take out. So we'll watch the healer. Obviously, as you can see, he is healing the raider. There we go. We did take him out. There we go. Taking out the fallen healer, but we can't celebrate yet because here comes all the dragons. So we'll take out the dragons next. There we go. And then finally, here's another wave. So we'll take out these guys next. It's a good thing we have the leech ability. Yep, we're taking out the mages. This guy's decided, hey, no, I'm just gonna go to the base. So let's take out all these guys. There we go. There's a fallen wizard we have to take care of. And then these annoying dragons, which don't really look like dragons, but there we go. So the next one, I think it's a cross, I'm not too sure. Yep, let's get on our mount, head on over. Place some more traps. Yes, so the boss will spawn there. I thought he would. I'm going to put my next one right there. So as you can see, we're slowly getting, you know, because he's got no choice. He's got to walk from out here across, so you'll take some damage. And then he's got to take a lot of damage then walking this way as well. So the quickest way up to where we're going is just basically jumping here and going across, and here we are. Let's start next wave. So we are on, ooh, that's a lot of damage we just took there. Wave 4 or 5. So we're almost at the end of this Fallen Town Square challenge. Yes, as you can see, the guy from the previous rift's still alive. And as you can see, the further we go in, the harder the enemies. Need to take out the raider. That's the most important thing. So as you can see, this one is a little bit more challenging. It's not too difficult for us. We can easily handle this one. There we go, took out the dragon. And there's the fallen wizard. Taking care of him. So let's take out the corroding bones. And it's good to take out the healer, because that way then the raider can't just get heals and tank. There we go. And there's just this fighter left over. It's good to pick up as many defense coins as possible. There we go, let's take out this raider. It can be sometimes easy to get a little overwhelmed with all these, because as you can see, one wave comes, another wave appears, you know, so it can be a little overwhelming at times, but you know, as long as you can keep on top of it, then you'll be absolutely fine. It's funny, I've been trying to hit the dragon the entire time, couldn't get a single hit on him. Right, so as you can see, this is where we're going to be, and then the boss is going to appear down below. So like I said, we've set up this place ready, so that when the, you know, when the boss appears, we can slowly take out HP. That way we don't need to worry as much while he's on the way. Gonna place one there, place another one there. So basically that's quite the line of poison that they gotta go through. Obviously they will get through that, but that's a lot of damage that they're gonna have to experience. For now though, let's start the wave. Because you know, we're here. So this is it, wave 5 of 5. Let's see if we can get another perfect, flawless defense. So this time now he's got 2 healers, so we'll have to take out the 2 of them. There we go. Then take out the raider, like so. I never liked that magic that those guys have. Also, the other thing you've got to be careful of is when entering here, the portals will deal damage. So you can't just run in there and be like, oh, I'll take them all out from the inside. A lot of you guys. Pain in the backsides. Take them out. There we go. Ugh, meanwhile, dragons are here. There we go, took them out. Lovely stuff. Now all that's left is these guys. So there is another healer, unfortunately. We should be fine. There we go. So the boss is incoming. So as you can see, he's taking 23, 26, 23, 26. So it's a lot of damage that they all just taken. He's also got little minions. And it's the Fallen Hunter, or Son of the Night Hunter. So he's not as big as the previous one. It's still just as deadly. And as you can see, he is surprisingly doing a lot of damage. Ah! We just got taken out. So yeah, if you're not careful... Well, that's fine. Unfortunately, the no deaths will kick in, but... But yes, as you can see, we took him out. And that's the challenge here done. So as you can see, we got perfect waves. No escorts, we didn't find any chests, and we unfortunately didn't have no deaths. So now we're back at Stealth Heart Landing. So we'll complete this quest. You're fast becoming a Furfolk fan favorite. There's talk about your visage gracing containers of wheat flakes. The temple mines are still worked by Furfolk, but have never been entirely safe. Our enemies refuse to give them up. During the defense of the Starstones, the miners go on holiday, and we put 2 Starstones there for an even greater challenge. Woo! I had hoped you'd attempt the trifecta. Glory awaits behind the green portal, my friend. Do us all proud. So there's the green portal at the top. But yeah, I'm not going to do that one today. Instead, I'm going to end the episode here. I know, like, it's a shame, but, you know, I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode today. You know, it's been amazing doing the Furfolk DLC. I can't believe we've almost finished it already, but this one is longer than the other two, and combined, this could take more than an hour, so I'm just going to end the episode here. But yeah, please like, share, subscribe for more content like this one. And as always, party on, peeps!